यस्या भवद्भक्तजनात्यहन्तुः पितृत्वमन्येषु विचार्यतूर्णम् स्तम्भेऽवतारस्त्वमनन्यलक्ष्यम् लक्ष्मीन्द्रसिंहम् शरणम् प्रपद्ये। श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। अधराहितचारुवंशनालाः मकुटालम्ब्यमयूरपिञ्चमालाः हरिनीलशिला विभङ्गलीलाः प्रतिभासन्तु मम अन्तिमप्रयाणे। कृष्णा त्वदीयपदपङ्कजपञ्जरान्तम् अद्यैव मे विशतु मानसराजहंसः। प्राणप्रयाणसमये कफवातपित्तैः कण्ठावरोधनविधौ स्मरणं कुरस्ते। लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भाम् नाथयामनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। यो नित्यमच्युतपराम् विजयुग्मरुक्मव्यामोहत तदितराणि तृणाय मेने। अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणम् प्रपद्ये। ओम् अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम् सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः। सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीरङ्गनाथशरगोपैतीन्द्रदृष्टम् लक्ष्मी नृसिंहशदेत्कर्णैकपात्रम् श्रीरङ्गवीररघुराट् शिरगोपहृज्यम् वेदान्तदेशिकैतीन्द्रमहम् प्रपद्ये। श्रीमते श्रीवंशरघुपश्रीवेदान्तदेशिकैतीन्द्रमः देशिकाय नमः। नारायण नारायण नारायण। नारायण नारायण नारायण. Now first we will chant Abhiti Stavan, and then we will go for the meaning. All of you can open Abhiti Stavamaya. श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी
वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। तदेतत् अतिलङ्घित गृहेण शम्भुचक्रादिकं रमासखा मदीमहे किम् अपि रङ्गतुर्यं महः। तदेतत् अतिलङ्घित द्रुहीण शम्भुचक्रादिकं रमासखम् अदिमहे किम् अपि रङ्गदुर्यं महः। जगद्दुरित गस्मर झलधि दिब्ब डम्बस्पृशः अकृत् प्रणत रक्षण प्रदितः संविदः संविदः अत्करिता हिता हिता कम विशेषम् आराभ्यते तद् अपि उचित अर्चनं परिगृहान् रङ्गेश्वर। महत्किम् अपि वज्रम् उद्यतम् इवेति यत् श्रूयते प्रत्यनघ तद्भयं यः यः तावकस्तावकः। गुणं कमपि वेति वा तव गुणेश कोपायितुः कदाचन कुतश्चन क्वचन तस्य न स्यात् भयम्।
विग्रहे गुणेशान्ये सति स्मरेत हृदयहीनं यः जातचित्वामजम्। Divakar are there. You have to chant. Sadashiva, go ahead, chant.
तयैव कलुसमायं निद्रावशं स्वयं स्मृतिर्नियसि धाम नैष्ठेयसम्
रमालितरङ्गपूरण कृष्ण विष्णु हरे त्रिविक्रमजनार्दन त्रिगुणाथ नारायण
इव शुभादाय पठति नाम देवानि तेन तस्य इम पश्यता पातातीतकुतः
कदा यद्रङ्गपूरसिका यत्र देशे वशी त्वदेकनीताश्रय तदवन्दितो वर्तते
तदक्षता तपोवनं तव चरणानि स्थिरा सुखस्य सुखं सुचरितस्य दुःखं महात्
जगत्पदवर्तिनां त्रिगुणलङ्घनोद्योगिनां द्विषप्रमदनार्जनामपि च रङ्गा दृश्योदयाः
समय कर्तव्येन सागारको प्रभो ग्रहण दीक्षिता इव ते दिव्यगुणः
बिभेति भवभृत्प्रभो त्वद्प्रदेशतीव्रौषधात् कथद्वरसदुर्विषे बालिश भक्षवत् प्रियते
पद्य परिहर द्विमुख नित्यमकस्मिकी तम परिमादे क्रमादपि वत्सल त्वद्दया
Narayana. Divakar, are you ready to chant? Okay. Satish, are you ready to chant? Sudha, go ahead, man. Parthit Nistam Praharana Yogastavan Swayam Vasi Nirbhaya Sadiparanga Pradhidhara. No. Tulsi, you want to chant?
Yes, Swamiji, I can try.
Okay, start 11th.
स्वरक्षणमिवाभवत् प्रणतरक्षणं तावकं तथाप्तं परमार्थव अनिश्चितमनन्तरात्मेति ते
लक्षिष्टसङ्गतैः स्वगतकर्मनिवर्तितैः कातरसोदरानुचर बन्धुसम्बन्धिभिः
धनप्रभृतिकरैः प्रचुरभिति भेदोत्तरैः न बिभ्रति धृते प्रभो वदनुभूति भोगार्थिनीः
न वक्तुं शक्यते नृगर्भवासादिकं वपुश्च बहुधातुकं निपुणा चिन्तने तादृशम्
त्रिविष्टप्रमुखं तथा तव पदस्य देदीपतः किमत्र न भयास्पदं भवति रङ्गपृथ्वीपते
भवन्ति मुखभेदतो भयदानमेव प्रभो शुभाशुभविकल्पितः चिन्तनादयः
इति चरुसराध्वसे मयि द्वदिशसे त्वं न चेत् क इतथ न मुक्तपीता त्वदनुकम्पिनी यश्च कः
सकृत्प्रपदनः स्पृशानुभयदानि इच्छवति न चद्गर्भिभाषसे त्वमपि विशतः सोत्थितः
यथोक्तकरणं विद्युतस्तव तु यादुदानादयः कथं वितवथमस्तु तद कृपण सार्वभौमैमयि
अनुक्षण समुद्रे दुरितवारिधो दुस्ते यदि क्वचन निष्कृतिः भवति सोऽपि सापि दोषानिलः
तथितमधगतौ मयि प्रतिविधानामाधीयतां स्वबुद्धिपरिकल्पितं किमपि रुङ्गधैर्यै त्वया
विचारभूलादहं श्रीवर्गतो दर्शे Narayana. Anyone else want to chant Amma? Sudha or anybody?
I will try. Malini. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Malini. Okay, Malini, try Amma.
Yeah.
Number 17. Amma Vishad Bahulaham Vishavargato Darshya Viveputra Pradhanabhuti Vichedaraha
Maya Niyatanata Vana Yamiti Twamartapayan Dayadhana Jagatpate Dayitaranga Samrakshamam
Nisargana Nirnishtata Tavanidamasa Sriyate Tatastayuga Sushtivat Bhavati Samrati Kreditam
Tatapi Sharanagata Pranata Banga Bhito Bhavan Madishtameha Yadbhavet Kimapi Masma Tanjihapat
Kaya Adhisatavaya Bhagavanga Draupadi Vivishma Bhajangama Vajagana Ambarishadaya
Bhavat Pradasa Mashrita Bhaya Vimukti Ma Puryatha Labe Mahi Tata Vayam Sapadi Ranganatha Tvaya
Payam Shamaya Rangathamni Anitarahilasas Prasham Shayam Bahulaya Prabhoshita Vakshamunolaya
Swayam Samuditam Vapustava Nishamayantha Sada Vayam Tridasha Nirvrtim Bhuvi Mukunda Vinde Mahi
Shriya Paripade Pagi Shriyanasa Samrakshake Samabhutagunavadaviti Samarpitoyam Praha
Pratishanamata Param Prathaya Rangadhamadishu Prabhutva Manupadikam Pratita Hetir Biheti Bihi
Hema, you want to chant, Amma? If you are comfortable, you can chant from 22 to 27. Sudha, you want to chant, Amma?
Yes, Swamiji. Which one are we
Number
starting?
22 we are doing now. Adhiti
23?
Adhiti 7.
Okay.
Could you open it or no?
Yes, Swamiji.
Number 22, Amma.
Okay.
Kali pranaya lakshana hi karadishakya lokayate hi turushkaya vanari jagan jumhanam.
Dayasatakam, it's not?
Not Dayashatakam, Adhiti 7.
Okay, sorry, Swamiji. I had to open that one.
Okay. Anyone else, Amma?
प्रकृष्टनिज शक्तिः प्रसाभामायुधैः पञ्चभिः क्षितिः त्रिदश रक्षकैः क्षपैः बन्धनालक्षणात्
दिति प्रभवदेः विद्धहन सोमसूर्यात्मकं तमः प्रमथनं प्रभो समृताष्टवृन्दं सुरः
वृत्ति वशावर्तिता त्रिदश वृत्तिचक्रं पुनः प्रवर्तयतु दाम्निते महति धर्मचक्रस्थितिम्
मुनुप्रभृतिमानते वहति महतिरङ्गधामादिके धनुप्रभदारुणैः धनमुदीर्यमाणं परैः
प्रकृष्टगुणकशील वसुधया च सन्तक्षितः प्रयुक्तकरुणागतिः प्रशमया सत्य स्वयम्
Sudha, could you open, Amma? Sudha, did you open Adhiti 7? No, we have to do 25. There are only 5 more.
Yes, Swamiji. I open now.
Number 25, Amma. Bhujangama Vihangama Pravarasainyatha Prabhu Tadeva Kumudadayo Nagara Gopuradvarapaha.
Achintya Balavikramastvameva Ranga Sanrakshakaah Jitamta iti vadino Jagadanugrahe Jagratu
Vidhistipuramadana Prishapunda Pavaka Yama Prakrutayopi Yadvimrakshakina Kshama.
Tirakshipati yatra cha pratibhayam nam kinchit kvachit sanaha pratibhathan prabho samaya rangadhamadishu.
Sakaitafatamu Ravirmasu Padagajanisha Murat Hiranyagri Darunatata Karanimidramaha.
Kivatra bahuna bhajat bhava payodhi mushtindhaya trivikrama bhavat kramaha kshipatu mankshu rangadvishaha.
Yati Pravarabharati Rasaparena Nitamaya Prapullaprakamshaha Paramahakshmam Prardhaye.
Nirastaripu sambhave kvachana ranga mukhye vibho paraspara hitaishinam परिसरेषु मां वर्तय.
Repeat, Amma. Yati Pravarabharati Rasaparena Nitamaya Prapullaprakamshaha Paramahakshmam Prardhaye.
भयं त्वजत भद्र मिथ्य बिदधत् सवः केशवः स्वयं घन घृणानितिर्घृण गणेन गोपायति.
Prabhuddha Guruvita Pradavenkateshodbhava Mima Bhavasade Pravaranga Bhakta.
भयं त्वज भद्र मिथ्य बिदधत् सवः केशवः स्वयं घन घृणानिर्घृण गणेन गोपायति.
Prabhuddha Guruvishana Pradavenkateshodbhava Mima Bhavasade Pravaranga Bhakta. Bhayam Jadabhadranitya
केशवः स्वयं घन घृणानिर्घृण गणेन गोपायति.
Idisi Ahitasaha Samaptaha. Narayana. This is a great stotram. History is very, very different from the Indian history textbooks we come across. It was around 1327 AD. We are 2021. That is some 700 years back. Or to be more precise, 694 years back. Muslims were looting and plundering the temples. One gentleman by name Malik Kafur invaded Srirangam because he was ordered to do so by the Sultan. Sultan is the emperor of Delhi, Alauddin Khilji. And as he tried to loot the temple, many Bhagavatas were killed. The Vaishnavas there tried to protect Sriranganatha temple. Estimation is at least 2,000 Vaishnavas were killed. Srirangam temple is such a huge temple. Within the 6th prakaram and the 5th prakaram, 2,000 dead bodies were there. Before they know because of the they are coming, overnight they built a wall closing Ranganatha's Garbhagruham. So the invaders do not know which is Garbhagruham, etc. Then they know they wanted to protect Ranganatha Utsava Vigraham. So to protect Ranganatha Utsava Vigraham, a few devotees kept Ranganatha Vigraham under their stomach and were lying down in the blood along with the dead bodies. There were 2,000 dead bodies. So some Bhagavatas who were alive. One of them, Vedanta Deshika, another one. Philosophically, there are opposite side, Pillai Lokacharya. They were literally sleeping with the dead bodies, with Ranganatha under their stomach, lying down. So after the invaders have looted the money, gold, etc., and they have left, secretly traveling, they shifted the Utsava Murti from Srirangam to Tirupati. And Swami Deshika, Vedanta Deshika, had to leave Srirangam and stayed at Melkote and Satyagalam, a town bordering Tamil Nadu and Mysore, Karnataka, in the hills. This Abhiti Stavam is actually an appeal to Bhagavan Sriranganatha to return to his Srirangam. Finally, Swami Deshika's prayers were answered when Bhagavan Sriranganatha returned to Srirangam around 1370 AD. Means how many years? 43 years. 43 years Ranganatha was away from Srirangam. How did that happen? Vedanta Deshika, while staying in Karnataka, his classmate was Vidyaranya Swami, the Kulaguru of the Vijayanagara Empire founders Hariharaya and Bukkaraya. And Vedanta Deshika, through his good offices, requested General Gopanna of the Vijayanagara Empire, General Gopanna of Vijayanagara Empire, who came and handed over Srirangam, driving away the Muslim forces from there, back to the Vaishnavas. That is the history behind Abhitistavam. So that means, they say till today, if you go to that Satyagalam, they say you can see Mahatma Deshika in the standing position and appealing to Lord Sriranganatha. Again, no offenses, Amma. In the good olden days, when some couples are not having children, the usual suggestion those days was, find where there is a nice Ashwatha Vriksham in a temple and keep doing pradakshinas. Now, Sudha, you are a medical doctor. Can you tell what was the scientific basis for that? Can you imagine and tell? Sudha? Are you there, Sudha? The idea is, if by any chance, if the fallopian tubes were there twisted or kink. When you keep doing pradakshinas in a fast way in one particular direction, the probability is there that fallopian tubes may get unkinked and you may conceive. That was the idea. Now, why this example? One lady, she didn't have children. She was asked to do Ashwata Pradakshinas. She will just go one round and feel, am I pregnant now? We'll go another round and we'll try to touch her stomach and feel, am I pregnant now? That's not the way. When the priest suggested do 108 pradakshinas every day for at least a mandalam 48 days, what we people do, just go first day itself, do one pradakshina and check yourselves touching the stomach, am I pregnant, am I pregnant? That's not. Look at Mahatma Vedanta Deshika. How many Mahatmas were there that time? How many people were there, Orthodox Vaishnavas, practicing this thing? Vedanta Deshika, who could please Mahalakshmi and get a shower of gold. In spite of that, their ardent prayers were answered only after 43 years. So, you know why I said this? In spiritual life, what we need is absolute patience. Absolute patience. It is not that Bhagavan doesn't want to help. Bhagavan will help us when he feels we are ready to receive his mercy. And we cannot question him. I want it right now, do it. Who are we after all to question him? We are after all his servants. What right do we have to question him? I want it right now. So here we come across a wonderful exposition of Mahatma Deshika's sincere prayers to Lord Sri Ranganatha to return to his Dhanam, Rangadhanam. Okay, with that introduction, we will start now. Okay, ma. Sriman Venkatanadharya Kavitarkika Kesari Vedantacharya Varyo Me Sannidhattam Sada Hridim. Mahatma Vedanta Deshika was so merciful to give us this Advaita Stavam, which people chant whenever they have difficulties. Sriman Venkatanadharya, may we all be fortunate to meditate in our hearts on this Mahatma Vedanta Deshika. Mahatma Vedanta Deshika, who is renowned all over the world as Kavi Tarkika Kesari. Kavi among the poets, Tarkika among the logicians, Kesari is like a lion. If he enter the arena, the other people literally have to shiver. My God, Mahatma Deshika is there. We rather be careful to open our mouths. Means you cannot talk or prattle unnecessary things when Mahatmas are around. That is the greatness of Vedanta Deshika. We should be fortunate to think of that Kavi and Tarkika Simham. Logicians means how to derive or how to come at a conclusion. And he is a Vedanta Acharya. An Acharya, one who literally followed and showed by example to everyone how to do Bhagavan's service in the most humble way. Now, we will start with the first verse. Abhitiriha yajjusham yadavadhiritanam bhayam bhaya vidhayino jagati yannideshastitaha tadetat atilangita druhina shambhu shakradikam Rama sakham adhimahe kimapi rangadhuryam mahaha. Mahatma Vedanta Deshika is appealing. Hey Sri Ranganatha, give us permission to appeal to you, the Supreme Purusha, Sri Ranganatha, the Lord of Sri Mahalakshmi. And he is also the Lord of Brahma, Shankara, Indra. And all other gods also. And he is the only one to bless all of us who surrender to him. With what? With fearlessness, abhayam. When you have Bhagavan to protect you, what is the need for us to be afraid of anything? Do we have that kind of Mahavishwasam in Bhagavan? If our Sharanagati is true, there is no need for to be afraid of anything. And Bhagavan is not only there to protect us, he will instill fearlessness, abhayam, in the hearts of pure devotees. He will also instill fear in all the people who are opposing him. He is the one and the only one master, commanding all those who cause fear. Who are the people who can give us fear? Like the god of death. God of death, we are all scared. But even that Yama is scared of Lord Srimanarayana. How do you know? When Krishna as a little boy went there to retrieve his guru's son, Yamadharmaraja was literally shaking and shivering. Yamadharmaraja was so scared that Bhagavan Krishna has come to fire him, to replace him. Such is the stature of Bhagavan Srimanarayana. Having done Sharanagati, why we have to be worried about anything? When you are there, assured of protection, Tvai rakshati rakshakaihi kimanyaihi, tvaicha rakshati rakshakaihi kimanyaihi. Iti nishchitadhihi swayami nityam luhare vegavati tarashrayatva. When Bhagavan is there as Lakshmi Narasimha to protect us, when he is there, Baddha Kankana Pandaye, when he is there with giving us a promise, Abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadami yedad vratam mama, is there any need for us to be afraid of anything? Bhagavan Srimanarayana is Parama Kupalu. That's why he is called Apara Karuna Budhe. Druhina Shambhu Shakradikam. He is the Lord of everyone, whether he is Brahma, Rudra or anyone. Everyone is only subservient to our Lord Sriman Narayana. The only thing is, do we have the faith to accept Bhagavan Sriman Narayana that he will protect us? That's all we need. The thing what we don't have is that absolute faith. And if you have that absolute faith, there is nothing that you have to be worried about. Absolutely, there should be no doubt that he will protect us. It is not one, it is not two, it is hundreds and millions of instances when he gave protection. Did he not protect Prahlada? Did he not protect Draupadi? Then what happened to our Mahavishwasam? Why for every little thing people are so scared and are going for Anya Devatas? What happened to that Mahavishwasam? Why we are shying away when Krishna says, I am here to protect you? Mahatma Deshika is there appealing only to the Sriman Narayana. Hey Prabhu Sriranganatha, come and protect us. We are after all your surrendered souls. And you promise that you will protect us. Because there is no one to give us protection. Whether he is Brahma, Shankara, Indra, etc. They themselves are there constantly running to you for their own protection. When they cannot protect themselves, how can they protect others? So, hey, Sriranganatha, Mahatma Deshika is appealing. Come, give protection to your surrendered souls. So, this is when Mahatma Deshika was under utter distress. The distress not because he was kicked out, all people have to leave Srirangam. It is because Bhagavan Sriranganatha even has to be shifted. Thousands of Vaishnavas were massacred. He can command even Yamadharmaraja. So the question comes, I leave it to your own imagination. Thousands of years back, in Srirangam, when everyone is a Mahatma, following Sri Vaishnava Dharma, first of all, how did this massacre take place? Why Sriranganatha himself did not take care of them? Mahatmas have given the answers, but those answers may not be palatable to you.
Because of the Bhagavad Apsara.
I leave it to your own imagination, yes. I leave it to your own imagination. At what point Bhagavata Pracharams will haunt us, we don't even know. Suppose you could not agree with a Bhagavata. Simply do a namaskaram and say, Swami, unfortunately my ideas are different. Forgive me, I am an ignorant person. Let me not argue with you. Let me go my own way, please. That could be a better way. But not committing apacharas. And here we have the unimaginable calamity happening in Srirangam. Thousands of people were killed. When they have to shift Sriranganatha from Srirangam to Tirumala, it was such a painful thing for them. Then of course, after a few years they made a second Vigraham and installed in the place. And afterwards, when the original Ranganatha returned, nobody could find out who is the original Ranganatha, who is the second Ranganatha, Switzer Vigraham. Only a washerman could say that. So, coming back to the second verse, दया शिशिरिताशय मनसि मे सदा जागृयुः श्रिया जुषित वक्षसः श्रितमरुत् वृथा सैकताः जगद्वित घस्मरा जलधि डिम्ब डम्बस्पृशः सकृत् प्रणत रक्षण प्रथित संविदः संविदः. Hey Supreme Lord Sri Ranganatha, your heart is filled with unimaginable mercy. Unimaginable mercy, and you took a oath to protect anyone and everyone who surrendered to you. You took a pledge that you will give protection to all surrendered souls. And that surrender is to be done only once. Sakrut pranata rakshana. Sakrut means only once. Just once. Hey Sriman Narayana, you offered your chest to be the permanent residence for that Sri Mahalakshmi. Hence she is called Nityanapayini. And you are residing at Srirangam on the banks of the sacred river Kaveri. Kaveri itself can destroy all the sins of all the people in all the worlds. And you are superior. He is superior even to the oceans with his Kalyana Gunas. Means the length and breadth of his Kalyana Gunas will surpass even the oceans. May we all be fortunate to have that Supreme Lord Sri Ranganatha in our hearts. And that should be forever. If only we have that Sri Ranganatha, Sri Mahalakshmi, even though she is called Chanchala, she is called Nityanapayini also. Because there is only one and only one place that she will never think of even moving out. That is Vishnu Vakshasthala. Sri Ranganatha, having offered your chest to Sri Mahalakshmi to stay permanently, yourself coming and reclining on the banks of river Kaveri, Kaveri itself should purify all their sins. Why this calamity, Sri Ranganatha? Why thousands of people, devotees, have to be massacred? Why so much of bloodshed? Why no Aradhana in Srirangam for so many days? Why the Garbhagriha has to be sealed off? So the appeal is to remind him, you promised to protect preparedness, time for you to act. That is the appeal of Mahatma Deshika. Now coming to the next verse. Yadadyamita buddhina bahula moha bhajamaya guna grahita kaya vang manasa vritti vaichetriyatah atarkita hita hita krama visvesham arabhyati tadapyuchita marchanam pariguhana Rangeshwara. He Rangeshwara. gradhita kaya vang manasa vritti vaichityatah. Another appeal to Lord Sriranganatha. Hey Supreme Lord Sriranganatha, may you be pleased to accept just this simple appeal. We are Arthas Sriranganatha, we are in extreme distress. This appeal composed by Sri Vedanta Deshika. Mahatma Deshika being a Mahajnani, Kavitarkita Kesari, Vedanta Acharya says, Prabhu, I am of very, very limited jnana. My intellect is very limited. I cannot even glorify you. Because we are all immersed in total ajnana. We are immersed in ajnana because of Maya. When a Mahatma like Vedanta Deshika says we are immersed in Maya and in ajnana, so why talk about other people? How humble we should be. Krishna, we have no Trikarna Shuddhi, Krishna. Hey Sriranganatha, we have no Trikarna Shuddhi. Trikarnas, the mind, the speech, and the actions. Only when we think, what we talk, and what we do, if they are all exactly in strict coherence, that's called Trikarna Shuddhi. That's why they say, suppose, what is Trikarna Shuddhi means? Somebody is eating laddu. If you ask me, what are you eating? He will simply say, he will think first, what shall I tell him a lie? Let me say, I am eating some peanuts. But to say, why should I even say peanuts? Let me say, I am eating some rice. To show with his body, why should I show him even the rice? Let me show empty hand. Look at this Trikarna Shuddhi where it is lacking. That fellow is eating laddu. When somebody is asking, what are you eating? He will simply say, why should I tell him the truth? Let me tell you a lie. Let me say I'm eating peanuts. That is what he thinks. But when it comes to saying I'm eating peanuts, he will change again. Why should I even say peanuts? Let me say I'm eating some. Then when it comes to showing it, why should I show him even the rice? He will show an empty hand. Now you know where Trikarna Shuddhi is missing. In our mind, in our thinking, in our speech, and in our actions. So, if we need to get the grace of Bhagavan, we need to have a complete coherence between what we think, what we speak, and what we do. Externally, many people in public, they put on a show that they are only dedicated devotees of Krishna. But in private, they do all forbidden things. Eating forbidden food that is unfit even to be offered to Krishna.
YouTube link
Emma, thinking of worshipping other Devi Devatas. So the Trikarna Shuddhi is very, very important. And Mahatma Deshika says we are influenced by the three gunas, Sattva-guna, Rajo-guna and Tamo-guna. When we are in Sattva-guna, we think of worshipping, chanting, prayers, etc. When we are Rajo-guna, we think of, let me have nice food, let me have nice drinks, let me enjoy with my partner, let me enjoy with my family, let me go and have extra pleasures. And in Tamo-guna, nothing, eat, sleep, eat, sleep, eat, sleep. So Mahatma Deshika is saying, our problems, Sriranganatha, neither we have Trikarna Shuddhi, nor we could control the Trigunas. And he says, Prabhu, I don't even know what I do is strictly in accordance with dharma or not. Because Krishna says what is right, what is wrong. Shastram, tasmat shastram pramanante karya karya vyavastitau. Go to the scripture and find out what you are doing is right or wrong. And Mahatma Deshika says, Prabhu, I don't even know what my actions are in accordance with dharma or not. In spite of that, Prabhu, we beg you to accept this appeal of all these people who are helpless profaners. So there are three things that we have to think of. Namely, Trikarna Shuddhi. Trikarna Shuddhi is our mind pure. Second, are our words pure? Third one, are our actions pure? Next one we have to worry about. In what mode I am? Are we in the Sattva Guna? Are we in the Rajoguna? Are we in the Tamoguna? Analyze what kind of food are you eating. Analyze what kind of pujas are you doing. So, in what mode we are in the three gunas. And finally, either you study or go to acharyas and find out whether our actions are really in accordance with the scriptures. Yat shastra vidhimutsujya vartate kamakaratah na sa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na parangati. One who leaves aside the scripture and behaves according to his or her whims and fancies, neither you will have perfection here, nor you will attain salvation. Na sukham na parangatim. That's why Krishna says, Tasmat shastram pramanante karya karya vyavastitau. Jnatva shastra vithanoktam karma kartam iharshasi. Make sure our actions are there in accordance with the scriptures. Mahatma Deshika is saying, Prabhu, agreed, I don't have Trikarna Siddhi. Agreed, I may be in Rajoguna or Tamoguna. Agreed, I don't even know whether my acts will comply with the scripture. Yet, we beg you to accept our appeal, Krishna, Sri Ranganatha. Because we are just a helpless profaners. We have nowhere to go, Krishna, other than you. We have nowhere to go other than you, Sri Ranganatha. So, Mahatma Deshika's appeal is such a noble one. And all of us can get the benefit by, appealing to the mercy of Lord Sri Ranganatha. Now, Swami Deshika is now going to the next level of appeal. That is, He Sri Ranganatha, Maruttarani Pavaka Tridasha Nadha Kaladaya Mahat Kimapi Vajram Gujjatam Iva iti yachuyate Taratyanaga tadbhayam. Taratyanaga tadbhayam yayiha tavakaha tavakaha. Another nice way Mahatma Deshika is appealing to Lord Sriranganatha. Hey Prabhu Sriranganatha, we always hear that all the gods, just to name a few, Vayu, Marut means Vayu, Tarani, Tarani means, Tarani means Surya, Marut Tarani Pavaka Agni, Tridashanadha Indra, Tridashanadha. Tridasha means Devatas will never cross the age 30. 3 dasha. 10 times 3, 3 times 10, 30 years. They will never be older than 30 years. See how fortunate. Suppose if I ask, say, Sudha, how old are you? It's a stupid question I should never ask. But even if I am senseless and I ask that question, Sudha will always say, oh, just nothing, sir, 30 plus. But if you are there in Swargaloka, you don't have to say 30 plus. You simply say you are 30. Nobody will ask that question. Everybody is 30 there. Growth stops after 30. You will be just 30 only. So, Tridashanadha Indra. Tridashanadha. Kaladayaha. Oh my God. The one we are scared of, death, god of death, Yama. All these people, Svakrutyam adhikurvate tvat aparadhato vibhyataha. They are all doing their duties. Sun is rising in the west, east. Yama is doing his duty, taking away all the jivatmas out of their body at the appropriate times. How do you know, Yamadharmaraja will have to take that people, the soul out of the body at the appropriate time? Can you guess how he will know? Yama? It is just like when you write a mail, you copy it to somebody. So Brahmadeva, when he creates, he will send a copy to Yamadharmaraja. Okay, this Jivatma, this body, this is the time allotted to him, this body. So copy to Yamadharmaraja, Yamadharmaraja knows. So they are all doing their duty, not because they love to do their duty. It is just like we people. You have to be at work at 8 o'clock. You will be there at 8:10, 8:15. But Surya cannot do that. Sunrise today, 7:20. He must do it 7:20. Why he is doing it so prompt? Out of fear of the Supreme Lord Srimanarayana. When you have a boss that is a stickler to time and discipline, every worker will be nice. When the boss is very lethargic, he himself never comes on time, workers will also take their own sweet time to report to work. So, Mahatma Deshika is appealing, hey Prabhu, do I have to remind you what your duties are, Swami? I don't have to, Swami. You know it. Then why are you hesitating to protect us? When Devi Devatas like death are afraid of you, when all the Devi Devatas are discharging their duties only out of fear, how do you know they are discharging their duties out of fear? We have Taittiriya Upanishad that says, Bhishasmat vatah pavate bhishodeti suryah भीषास्मादग्निश्चेन्द्रश्च मृत्युर्धावति पंचम इति. Mahatma Dishko copied from Taittiriya Upanishad. Hey Prabhu, out of fear only the wind is blowing. Out of fear of you, fear of Lord Srimanarayana, sun is rising in the east at the appropriate time. Out of fear only, Agni, Indra, they are all doing their duties. Out of fear only, death is even working. Same way, hey Sri Ranganatha, all those who appeal to you in the mode of pure Sharanagati need have no fear at all. So, we don't have to have fear. Then why are you subjecting to this fear, Swami? Mahatma Deshika is appealing. When we do Sharanagati and when we follow the dharmas of Sharanagati, we are supposed to be without fear. But you have inculcated so much of fear, Swami. Please intervene and save us. So Mahatma's appeals like Surasura Shatakam is only for helping every one of us, not for their own personal benefit. How fortunate that they could think of protecting us when anybody is in distress. Now we'll take one more verse and then give a chance to you to question for your questions. Bhavantamihayah Swadhi Nigata Chetanam Panayati Namasyati Smarati Vakti Pariyetiva Gunam Kamapivetiva Tava Gunesha Gopaituhu Kadachana Kutaschana Kvachana Tasya Nasyat Bhayam. Narayana. Gunam Kamapi Vettiva. Hey Supreme Lord Sri Ranganatha, Raya, hey Supreme Lord Sri Ranganatha, the abode of all Kalyana Gunas, you are the master of Chetanas and Achetanas. You know, in our Sri Vaishnava Siddhantam, we have only three things: Chet, Achet and Ishvara. Chet, Achet and Ishvara. You are the Lord of Chet and Achet. Chet, the Chetanas, Achet, the Achetanas, Prakriti. Sentient and non-sentient, souls and Prakriti. And you keep them all under your control. Now, to keep Chet and Achet, the Chetanas and Achetanas under his control, does Bhagavan have to have a stick in his hand and keep doing the duty of a supervisor or a sentry? There is no need. Just with his sankalpam, one thought, just a sankalpam, I am hungry, I should eat. Sankalpam, I have to get up and eat. I am tired, I should sleep. I want to have a bath. Sankalpam. That's it, everything will happen. That is the greatness of Narayana. All devotees who praise you, they prostrate before you, they remember you, they glorify you, They do pradakshina's around your temples. They contemplate on you. They contemplate on your kalyana gunas. And such people are completely free of all fear. At all places and at all times and under all circumstances. Sarvadesha, Sarvakala, Sarvavastha. Sarvadesha, Sarvakala, Sarvavastha. Wherever they are, whatever be the time, whatever be the condition they are. When you have surrendered to Narayana, there is nothing for you to be afraid of. The only thing you need to have is absolute faith. He will protect me. And He will protect you. He protected everyone. Why will He not protect me? Niyata chetana acetanam. Panayati namasyati smarati vakti pariyetiva. Gunam kamavivetana. Prabha Gunesha Gopayituhu. Kadachana Kutaschana Kvachana Pasya Nasyat Bhayam. These devotees, they constantly praise you, they prostrate before you, they remember you, they glorify you, they do pradakshinas. Hey Prabhu, they think of you, they prostrate before you, they remember you, they glorify you. Because they have no other pleasure except in glorifying you and always craving for your mercy. Some people may like your Vatsalyam, some people may like your Madhuryam, but everyone is there attracted to your Kalyana Gunas. Everyone takes one particular Kalyana Guna depending on their natural inclinations. And Bhagavan will accept every devotee. Yedhamam prapadyante tam seva bhajamiham. Whether you approach the Lord in Vatsalya Bhavam, Sakya Bhavam, Dasya Bhavam or Madhurya Bhavam, Bhagavan accepts. Therefore, Mahatma Deshika is appealing to Sri Ranganatha to protect his devotees and to return to Sri Rangam and let every Vaishnava come back from their exile into Sri Rangam. Go ahead, Amma. What are your questions? This is the time, Amma. I may be telling something which may not be relevant to you. One should have that faith, Sarvadesha, Sarvakala, Sarvavastas. Whichever place you are, under whatever circumstances, and in whatever condition we are, we need to have that faith. That's why the Advaita Stambha will help us. Go ahead, sir. What are your questions, Amma?
Actually, did the incident happen after Paduka Sahasram was given by Vedanta Deshika?
That I have to refer, yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe after Paduka Sahasram, yes. The reason is Mahatma Deshika was there in a very sad condition. Literally, he was there standing. The Archa Murti that you can go and see in that Satyagadam is in a standing position. I'll try to see where I can get some chronology in the life of Mahatma Deshika. I'll try to post it as soon as possible. I'll try to do some research.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Amma. Any other questions, Amma?
Namaskar Acharya. One question related to the word protection you were telling, right? What does it mean, the word protection, with our karma after Saranagati? And what does the word of it mean after protection after this life?
First of all, after this life, you are guaranteed moksha. All that sanchita karma that is there waiting for us for the next 1 million births is completely burnt at the time of Sharanagati. And whatever mistakes we commit after Sharanagati in this lifetime, Bhagavan has 4 degrees of freedom. He can give us 100% punishment, clear us of that sin, and give us moksha. Second, path for him, or second option for him, he can give us only 10% of the punishment and wipe out 90% of the punishment. Third option, he can completely wipe out our punishment and say, it's okay, I have forgiven you. Be good next time. Fourth option, he may transfer our sin that we committed after Sharanagati to the people who criticize us and who hate us, and make us free of that sin and give moksha. Now, what protection? We did not ask for prarabdha karma to be wiped out. So, when we are asking for protection, what we are saying to Bhagavan is, give me the strength to go through this prarabdha karma.
Okay.
Can Bhagavan wipe out the prarabdha karma? Why not? When somebody can give you $1 million, can't they give you $10? When Bhagavan can wipe out 1 million units of our karma for the next 1 million births, can't he wipe out our karma which is less than 1 unit?
Yes.
Prarabdha karma, only in this life. Because we have 1 million lives waiting for us. When all that karma in the next 1 million lives can be wiped out by Narayana, can't he wipe out this one janma karma, namely the prarabdha? Yes. But we did not do that kind of Sharanagati. We told him, I am okay to go through the pain and pleasure in this life. But after my death, let there be no more births for me. That's all we prayed, that's all Bhagavan has given. Therefore, whatever we had to go through because of prarabdha karma, we still have to go through. Then why praying at all? For that even to mitigate. Suppose you appeal in an ardent way, Bhagavan can even wipe out a portion of our prarabdha karma that we are going through today. Or Bhagavan has the strength to bear the difficulty. Or praying to Bhagavan to wipe out our mistake we are committing after Sharanagati. So that is why this Abhiti Stavam comes into picture. Is that clear, Sundar?
Yeah. Yes, Acharya.
Go ahead, Amma. What are the other questions?
Acharya, what is the story of Tulkanachir?
What is the story of?
Tulkanachir.
Oh, she is different, Ayya. You know, there are 2 ways they say, but one thing that is very popular is Belkot Tirunarayana is the most beautiful Mula Vigraham. But when Bhagavad Ramanuja was there was no Utsav Vigraham there in the temple. It was so beautiful. And those people, they knew they might have used a lot of the Panchalohas, lot of gold also to make this Vigraham. So whichever Vigraham looks very bright, yellow, shining, they took with them. They gave to the goldsmiths. They used to melt. You know, every metal has its own melting point. Gold has a very high melting point. So the other metals will be separated and gold will be taken out at that temperature. But when they took this Vigraham, Utsava Vigraham, the daughter of that Sultan in Delhi fell in love with that Vigraham. She wanted to keep and the father could not say no. And that Vigraham she kept. Bhagavad Ramanuja was feeling so sad that there is no Utsava Vigraham. Bhagavan appeared in his dreams and said, I am there in the palace of the Delhi Sultan, go and bring it. But that girl developed so much of intimacy with that Narayana's form. Literally, she will bathe him, dress him, feed him, put him in her own bed and sleep, and she did not marry anyone else. And the Muslim king was not very happy about it. Was not very happy about it. He wanted to get rid of it, but his daughter is not willing. But finally, when Bhagavad Ramanuja walked all the way from Melkote, Tirunarayanapuram in Karnataka to Delhi and asked for that Vigraham, he was so happy, the Sultan, to get rid of the Vigraham. But he was afraid his daughter is not going to part with the Vigraham. So very cleverly he said, if Bhagavan told you to get that Vigraham, I can't go and ask my daughter. Why don't you tell Bhagavan to come down the steps and then take him if he wants to go with you. Bhagavad Ramanuja prayed to Narayana, you asked me to come, I came. So please come, let's go to Melkote. Surprisingly, the Vigraham jumped out of the bed, started climbing down step by step, came and sat in the hands of Bhagavad Ramanuja. Bhagavad Ramanuja was so thrilled, he said in Chelva Pillai, oh, my darling child. And he knew that girl was in a shock and she cannot wait even for a day without this Narayana Vigraham. Non-stop Ramanuja brought the Vigraham and installed in Melkote. He took the help of everyone, anyone and everyone. That's why till today on one day in Melkote they allow even the Panchamas to come into the temple. Because they carried the Vigraham literally. Now that girl could not stay even for one day without that Narayana. She was almost mad and came walking all the way. By the time she reached Melkote, Vigraham was already done the Pratishtha. She just walked straight into the Vigraham and embraced the Lord and then meditated to him. So the king also loved his daughter. He too could not wait without his daughter. He also came the next day and realized he became the father-in-law of Lord Sriman Narayana. And on his request, Bhagavad Ramanuja agreed that in every Vaishnava temple, first offering will be 5 rotis and jaggery, as that girl was offering. That Bhagavan will be given betel leaves with calcium, not on the back of it, but on the front side of the leaves. And that Bhagavan will be wearing a red check lungi, especially in public view. Bhagavad Ramanuja promised during the time of Thirumanjanam, Ranganatha will always have. So from that time, that Muslim king's daughter is worshipped as Tuluka Nachiyar. So there is nothing wrong in falling in love with Krishna. You better have your own way of falling in love with Krishna. Nobody will tell you how to fall in love. It comes naturally. Go ahead, Amma. Amma, any other questions, Amma? This is the time for you, Amma, to clarify.
I didn't know
one more question.
And of course, there is another story also about the Tulukanashiyar, that there was another girl who came to Srirangam and got married in Ranganatha, they say. Both are very close, but that's what they say. But the Vigraham was actually from Melkote. Yeah, go ahead, Sadashiva.
Swami, the Trikarna Shuddhi, how we can practice in Trikarna Shuddhi, Swami, in practical?
Very simple, very simple. Let me give a small example, Sadashiva. Sadashiva, are you coming here today to Ranganatha temple? You can simply say, no, sorry, Swami, there is lockdown, Ranganatha temple is closed, I cannot come. Nothing wrong in that. Suppose you want to please somebody and say, yeah, really, I want to come. Why? You are not even thinking of. You don't have to tell a lie. In your mind, you know, the temple is closed, or the place where you are staying, the colony is closed for outsiders. So you cannot move out. Simply say, this is the fact, sorry, I cannot come out. Now, Trikarana Shuddhi with the words. Suppose somebody says he wants to help you. Let him say, if he cannot help, sorry, I tried, I could not help you. But there's no need for somebody to keep on telling lies. Oh, I'm trying this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. There's no need. By doing these things, we are inviting more and more sin. So, can we be pure in our thoughts? Second thing, can we be true in every word that we speak? In actions, before doing anything, Krishna doesn't say don't enjoy. Krishna says enjoy, but make sure that enjoyment is there within the limits of dharma. Dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosme bharatarshava. Every one of us, we need some food. Without food, we'll starve to death. So we need to have food. But what Krishna says, yat karoshi yadashnasi yat juhoshi dadasi yat tapasi kaunteya tat kupshamadarpanam. So Krishna says eat food, but don't eat food, eat it as prasadam. First offer it to me, then eat it, then you will not get any sin. Yajna sishtashana santo muchyante sarvakilpishaihi bhunchate te tvagam papa ye panchatti atma karanat. So, why do you want to eat something forbidden food? Nobody is watching. Let me eat masala dosha. Nobody is watching. Let me eat onion sambar. Why? How can we expect Trikarana Shuddhi? Again, no offenses. You know what many people come and tell me? Swami, don't believe all these so-called people who come and then put on a show that they are very, very serious-minded Vaishnavas. No. The minute they leave the temple, their straight destination is Edison, masala dosha, which restaurant is better. So that is not, there is no need for cheating yourself. So in our minds, we should be pure. What do you mean in our mind we should be pure? We should not think of forbidden things. In our words, we should not speak forbidden things. In our actions, we should not do forbidden things. Then Trikarana Shuddhi will automatically come. Suppose I ask you, Sadashiva, are you doing your japam? Why do you have to, I'm just giving an example. Why do you have to tell a lie? Simply say, yes, Swami, I don't have time. So many other things. Unfortunately, I'm involved in the samsara bandhanas. I'm doing only 28 times a day. Good, nothing wrong in that. There is no need to tell a lie to please me. Oh, yeah. I spend 2 hours every day. I'm doing 1,000 times a day. What is the need? That's where we acquire karma. Trikarana Shuddhi. Did I make it clear, Sadashiva?
Yes, Swamiji. Regarding this, one more context, Swamiji. Just pure in our thought speech, just can we do by the Dvayamantram and by the food and other suggestions, Swamiji?
Dvayamantram is the only thing that can purify us, that can purify our mind, our speech, and our actions. When your mind is thinking of Dvayamantram, how can you think of onion, garlic, non-veg, etc.? Because your mind is thinking of Dvayam. It is constantly telling, come on, this is stupid onion sambar. How can I offer it to Krishna? I cannot offer. How can I eat? If I eat, I'm eating only sin. Those chain of thoughts must automatically come to you. But do you mean to say the so-called Vaishnavas who have Sharanagati, etc.? I know so many people. I asked them, why are you eating non-veg? You went to an acharya, you had samasana, why are you eating non-veg? I followed for 4 years, I could not. Then why did you do it? People are drinking. People are doing other devata pujas. They promised not to do. That's why yesterday one lady called me. She was talking about this Devata pujas. I told her, the first thing that you do is whenever you go to your friends or relatives or somebody, go to their puja room. First thing, let me go and do namaskaram to Bhagavan in your puja room. Go there, do namaskaram. Stay there for a minute. Look, how many of them can boldly say that there are no Anya Devata Vigrahas in my puja room? Go look there. If there are no Anya Devatas, you know the common ones, even the so-called Vaishnavas, more than 60% of them have Ganapati in their puja rooms. More than 50% of them have Sai Baba now. So many people have Navagrahas. When they go to temple, they look for Navagrahas and keep on doing pradakshnas. That's not right. If those people have other devatas, don't even eat in their houses, because what you are getting is only offered to Kshudra devatas. Because it is not offered to Krishna. Because it is not Pativrata Bhakti. And first thing, they may not even offer. Not only that, they may not have prepared it in a clean condition. after taking a shower, after wearing clean clothes. They do not even know that they have to keep at least a couple of clothes separate, which they will not touch or... Come on, you know coronavirus. You would have seen yesterday's news item. 4,834 cans of ice cream is also having coronavirus. That's a good lesson for us what we are eating outside. So when that is the case, you may say, oh, all nonsense people are talking. When I am there in my monthly cycle, if I touch something, is it going to contaminate? Yeah. Then how come coronavirus is contaminating? You touch the doorknob, when the other person touches, you'll get contaminated. You touch a staircase railing, other person touching, you will get contaminated. You use, say, there are serving spoons, there is something, and you touch it, other man touches it, he is getting contaminated. So if not, why are you sterilizing everything? Same thing here. Oh, I took a shower. How can it contaminate? It's a form of energy. Positive energy, negative energy. With the click of a button, when you make a payment, the click of a button is just doing so many things. Withdrawing some money from your bank account, depositing into the other account where you wanted it to be paid, and even producing a receipt for you. When your computer with a limited power supply, with a limited programming skills can do all these jobs, why do you think that Krishna's name, the most powerful one, the Dvaya Mantra, the most powerful one, cannot change your mind? It is a form of energy. Therefore, the way the words are there arranged, I told you the other day, somebody said, oh, you people, you, the so-called Brahminical priests, you are cheating us. You are chanting the mantras. When we come to the temple, you say you are doing puja. How do you know? How do I know what you are chanting? I don't even know the meaning of it. So if you say, Kshirodharno Sambhavaya Namaha, I don't even understand. So why not I translate and say, oh Mahalakshmi, I offer my prostrations to you, because you are born in the ocean of milk. I will do that. It is the same way, at least I understand. The reply is, sir, the way the letters are there arranged in a shloka, in a mantra, the chain of a frequency with which they move is having the capability of hitting the target. The frequencies that you produce in your sounds, when you say, I offer my prostrations to Sri Mahalakshmi born in the ocean of milk, the chain of frequencies that are coming out of your mind, out your mouth, are not having the ability to hit the target. Therefore, you better chant the mantras, if you are qualified, in the language they are written, because they are all a group of frequencies brought together. Whenever you speak, there is a frequency. They even tried it. They connected their words through a microphone to a oscilloscope, and they created the pattern and said, look at that pattern, look at this pattern, which is very different. Therefore, you better do that. Why do you think people chant Diya Prabandham in their language Tamil? Because we may not understand, but there is the frequency, it will work. Why do you think the people chant the mantras in Sanskrit? It is the frequency that will work, not our frequencies. Therefore, that Dvaya Mantram certainly will purify every one of us to achieve Trikarna Shuddhi. Right, so that one.
Yes, so much. Thank you so much. Narayana. Similar.
Acharya, one question, Acharya.
Yes,
Dwaraja Shalagrama Shila. I asked you.
What is it? What is it?
Dwaraja Shalagrama Shila, the white Shalagrama.
Dwaraka Shila, right?
Yeah, Dwaraja or Dwaraka, I don't know.
Dwaraka.
It's a white Shalagrama.
Dwaraka.
Okay, Dwaraka. What is this white Shalagrama?
Give me 1 second. I'll show you Dwaraka Shila at least if you have. So that Dwaraka, you can. It's not Viraja, sir. I wish.
No, it's written as Dwaraja. I don't know. On website they have written it as Dwaraja.
That is not it. Give me 1 second, sir. I'm trying to save this file because I had to. Okay. Now, coming to Dwaraka Shilas. That is the advantage if I sit in my room. Now, let me go to the video mode and let me change the camera. Okay, changing the camera. Now, could you see what I have in my hand, sir?
No, Acharya, I mean, Adian cannot. Actually, Adian is in this live meeting, audio only.
Emma, could you see Emma?
Yes, Swami. Yes, Acharya.
I'm in the video mode. If you are there in this one in the FCC mode or something, I don't know where you can see in the phone mode also, I don't know. So this is called Dwaraka Shila. So these are the ones that are there having dents on the stone, like your golf balls or so. These are available only in Dwaraka. Some 5,000 years back, the minute when Lord Krishna left the planet Earth, there was a huge tsunami there and the whole Dwaraka was there completely submerged in the ocean. But still, if you go to Dwaraka now, you will see some of these stones that are there, with which the palaces were built where Krishna was, will be washing off, and people go and collect these stones and worship them along with the salagramas, daily doing the abhishekam and taking the tirtham, etc. And some of these Dwaraka Shilas also have the chakras just as they have in the salagramas. To show you again, could you see this Dwaraka Shila? So in this Dwaraka Shila, there is a chakram there in this one. So like that, you go and collect either yourself or from other people, and you can get them and you can worship Dwaraka Shilas along with the Salagrama Shilas.
Is there the same number of count as well, as a count restriction?
No. Only for Salagramas there is count, not for the Dwaraka Shilas. Usually they keep only one. If you have more than one, they give it to other people. Because the idea is whether you can share your wealth with others. Well, when I say whether you can share your wealth with others, immediately, say for example, Sadashiva will be, oh my God, I have $1 million in my bank. I have to share with, no. I wanted to give it to my son, my grandson, my great-great-great-great-grandson. How can I share it with others? No. That's why they say share. The greatest wealth you have is Lord Narayana. Share at least Narayana. Actually, I had so many Dwaraka Shilas. So many people, even I think a couple of weeks back, a devotee came and she asked for a Dwaraka Shila and I gave. And by the way, Dwaraka Shilas even ladies can worship. Only Salagramas they should not touch. And the same thing, Govardhan Shilas. I had quite a few, 3 or 4 Govardhan Shilas. And somebody asked and I gave them. So right now I have only 1 Govardhan Shila left. Next time when I go to Vrindavan, I take this.
We can keep them together, right? The Shalagramas.
Oh yeah, we can keep it Salagramas
together. Okay. And what is that kind of a box which is kind of a snake-shaped boxes they call?
That is called, you see, just as Narayana is there always on Adisesha. To keep the salagramas, they will make it a small silver box where the hoods of Adisesha are there. That means the box will be there in the shape of a snake coiling. And the hood rise so that Narayana will be there comfortably, always on Adisesha. Just
what
to
is
get the feeling they have. So some people keep in plain wooden boxes, some people keep in plain plates and then clothes like that. There is nothing wrong. If you can afford, you can have, yes.
What is it called, actually? What do you call it?
Oh, it's called Samputam, they call it. Salagrama Samputam.
Samputam, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And one more question, Acharya, regarding this right foot of Bhagavan Krishna and Vadakalai Sapradayam, what is the link? Vatapatra Sai sucking is the right foot, right foot?
Actually, again, Vatapatra Sai is different, and Vadakalai Sampradayam, I don't know, I have not come across. So if you look at this Krishna, Karara Vindena Padara Vindam. Actually, in this Krishna is holding his right foot with his left hand. Karara Vindena Padara Vindam. Mukhara Vinde Vinivesha Yantam. He is trying to keep in his own mouth. Kararavindena padaravindam mukharavinde viniveshayantam. So the right foot he is holding with his left hand and trying to keep in his own mouth. Whereas the other day I saw your question, it is a long reply, I could not type it. I thought you will ask this question once in a way, then I thought I will reply you. When you come to Trivikrama, the other day in one of the Tirupavai Upanyasams, I think Vongi Ulagalanda Uttaman Perpadi, right, Amma? Or in the other one, Andre Ulagam Adandai Adipotri, in that one I sent. Do you remember anyone of you reading Aya? When he became Vamana, became Trivikrama, which foot he was occupying the Bhuloka and which foot he went up to Brahmaloka, you remember?
It's right foot only, Acharya.
What is it?
It's right foot, Acharya.
Right foot what? Right foot what? Right foot what? Up to Brahmaloka.
Brahmaloka. Because Brahma Kadiya Padamukendra.
I don't think any one of you have read, sir. I'm really sorry, sir. If I remember well, my Acharya said very clearly, he held his right foot onto the ground and his left foot went up to Brahmaloka. Do you remember any one of you, ma? So it is a waste of my sending, right?
Yes, Acharya.
Who is there?
Sunita Acharya.
Emma, who replied, Emma?
Sunita Acharya.
Sunita, you remember I said it is the right foot that was holding onto the ground, right?
Yes, Acharya. Yes.
Correct? Can you retrieve that one? Was it on Andhi Valagamadandaya Potri?
That I need to check, Acharya.
But you remember the right foot, right? Right foot
Yes, Acharya.
and left foot he raised all the way up to Brahmaloka. So it is not that, the other day you asked another question. Which foot is better? Rama's foot that could change a stone into Ahalya, or Vatapatashayi's foot that he was keeping in his mouth, or the other one, the Trivikrama's foot that went up to Brahmaloka. Come on, what difference is there? All of them are belonging to Narayana only. They are all Narayana's feet. So whether it is right foot or left foot, only Vedanta Deshika in a very jovial way commented, just as when two people meet, everybody will try to be one up. Therefore, he was commenting in one of the verses in Paduka Sasana, I don't remember the verse number. He says, the unimaginable sounds that are there produced as Krishna, as Ranganatha was walking, was looking like right foot saying, right Paduka saying, I am superior to you, and left Paduka saying, I am superior to you. So for a friendly argument, it's okay, but they are the same. Because both each have Rekha Mayat Bhajasudha Kalashata Patra Vajran Kushambudha Kalpaka Shankha Chakraihi. You are in Canada. Mallika posted just today one Mahatma saying in Yadavabhidayam. Yadavabhidayam, he was giving a commentary how Lord Krishna was there trying to buy some fruits. That Krishna knows how to walk. And children, when they know how to walk, sometimes they will walk as though they are about to fall down also. So, when Krishna heard one lady trying to sell some fruits, some people call mangoes, some people call berries. So Krishna immediately rushed into his house and got some grains. Because those days no money. They used to give some rice or something, and people will give the exchange products. So Krishna tried to bring some grains in his hands. And by the time he was walking, by the time he came all the way walking to that lady, the grains were there coming out of his hands. They were falling all over the ground. And when he wanted to give something, his hands were empty. So Krishna didn't know what to do. Krishna just raised his hands, Jagatpati. He tried to raise his hands to do namaskaram to that lady. Sorry, I spilled all my grains. I can only do namaskaram to you. Can you give me the fruits? That lady was so mesmerized by Krishna, the way he was walking, the way she saw all the grains falling on the ground, the way Krishna's hands were empty, the way Krishna did namaskaram to her. She just opened the hands of Krishna, shocked to see in Krishna's hands Shankam, Chakram, Padma, etc. Immediately she kept on keeping the mangoes in his hands. He was taking a mango, putting it back, taking a mango, putting it back. And the basket was never emptying. She kept on giving, Krishna kept on taking. And finally when she looked at, there are no more, mangoes, but the basket was full. She looked at, there are diamonds and precious stones like a kaustubham. Krishna can bless anyway. So the way Krishna walked, that beautifully his feet were there described by Mahatma Deshika. So enjoy Krishna. Enjoy Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Whichever way you like. Dasya Bhavam, Sakya Bhavam, Vatsalya Bhavam, Madhurya Bhavam. But the change should come in the heart, not in the external makeup. Okay, ma? We will have that Bhagavatam session this evening. What time, sir? 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock, sir.